What a day to be alive to celebrate the Super Eagles of Nigeria with that great performance against Algeria. All thanks to one of the best strikers in Europe, talking about Victor James Osimhen and of course Akor Adams, the man that sacrificed, I beg your pardon, his number 9 role to Victor James Osimhen. I will buy Manchester United, trouble Manchester United, crashed out of FA Cup. Martinelli, one of Ironman's player, whether you like it or not, Arsenal winning the league this season, netted a fantastic hat-trick against Portsmouth over the weekend. And of course, in Italian Syria, another great performance from Napoli. Talking about McTominay brains a draw for Napoli at the San Siro against Inter Milan. And of course, in Germany, we saw a beautiful performance from Bayern Munich once again. And of course, in the Super Cup, Barcelona, we call them Barca, defeated Real Madrid 3-2 in the Super Cup final. On that note, I'll say welcome to Sports on Enterprise TV 7. We have sport news from all the all the areas in this world is being delivered at its best. And of course, if you are joining us for the first time, please do it to follow us across all our social media platforms at Enterprise TV 7. My name is John Olasukomi. Join me and let's ride together. In the studio with me today is Oyoman, making a return back to sport. So we'll be doing justice to the Super Eagles of Nigeria at this ongoing AFCON 2025. We'll be facing Morocco and next. But before then, let's talk about the great performance against Algeria. Welcome to Sports, Oyoman.
Always fantastic to be here. Always fantastic to be here. I'm proud of the Nigerian team. Like we said, as long as they can keep their defense line tight, which we saw that they brought in Didi and Franco Yeka to make sure that was closed. It seems like Erichel watches the sports show on Enterprise TV.
Hey, come on, don't talk about it.
I'm glad that the coach is taking some of the advice that we have. Again, the Algeria national team, kudos to them. A big thank you to Mahrez for his service to that team, an AFCON winner as well. But like we said, keep it tight and we'll be able to win. We don't have a problem scoring goals, and we showed that. We showed that class. I'm glad that all the tension in the camp has been taken care of. And so sad to see Wilfred Ndidi gets an injury, but again, Captain Fantastic, he's doing a fabulous job.
All right, just to correct that, we'll be missing the game against Morocco due to 2 yellow cards. But you know how we do it, we always start with local football. Nigeria Super Eagles produced a strong and disciplined performance to defeat Algeria 10-0 on Saturday evening, 10 January, sealing their place in the semi-finals of the 2025 African Cup of Nations in Morocco. It's not just all about the win. It is all about how Super Eagles dominated the game from 0 minutes till 90 minutes. Kudos to it. It's looking like Erichel knows how to play African football. And once again, NFF should please hire Osimhen and fire him again for what he did to this Super Eagles. We have fantastic attackers, and we made them defend all through at the last Nations Cup. Osimhen. All right, well, let's talk about their performance against Algeria. Fantastic performance from Iwobi, like you rightfully said, from the defense line. Bright Osayi Samuel was awesome in that game. Semilo Guajayi, Calvin Bassey, Bruno Yemachi, and of course, Osimhen with a fantastic goal against Algeria. Now, Yoruba will say, well, like, I know I was one of those people that criticized him when that between him and Ademola Lookman, but now he's been doing well. He is our own. We just have to praise him whenever he does something like that.
Yes, at the same time, we also have to make sure that we put him in check, because praising him does not mean that if he does something wrong the next time, we're not going to call him to order.
Of course.
But again, like you rightfully said, if the coach of the Algeria national team can say that they were hands down beaten by the better team, then we're heading towards the right direction. I have no doubts or no fear in my mind as we go towards facing Morocco.
Come on, we'll be playing against the hosts. Talking about Morocco. Did you see Morocco versus Cameroon? It was just like a World Cup final.
Yes.
Cameroon played against the fans. They played against referees, the officials, and of course they played against one of the best team in Africa. It's not the best team in Africa, talking about Morocco. So going into that game where we know that there will be no Buffet Didi in that game. I expect the likes of, Onyeka and of course Onyedika, I mean, to live up to expectation in that game. But it will definitely be missed, talking about the captain.
Yes,
going into that game.
Definitely. We know his quality. We've seen it from Leicester days. We know what he can perform. Again, he's been amazing during this tournament, but we have to make do with what we have to make do. These are the conditions that we're in. We have to manage with what we have. I don't think manage is the wrong word to use. I think we have very good options on the bench, and I think we can be able to put those options out. We've shown that we can play quality football, so I expect nothing less.
And once again, why do you always bring in Moses Simon any day, anytime?
Why do I always bring?
Why do we always bring in? I'm talking about the Super Eagles of Nigeria. I've said it before.
Is it not an option?
I'm not saying Moses Simon is a bad player, but we have better player on the bench than Moses Simon.
Yes.
So he keeps coming in. I mean, every time.
I think that would be a
conversation. And I'm here to say his contribution to this present squad.
I think that would be a conversation you have to have with every chair. He's
a coach. Don't even talk about
He's a coach for a reason. But I as long as the team was still stabilized even when he came in and there wasn't any issues, I'm comfortably fine with the result. If he came in and then we started conceding goals, then we have to definitely have a conversation with the coach and tell him that, please, sir, if you could please just put him on a bus, let him be going home. Or best yet, on a flight, let him be out of that tournament. But again, the team was still stabilized and we were able to perform very well.
All right, let's see how it goes. What a great performance from the Super Eagles of Nigeria against Algeria. It was indeed a revenge of what happened in 2019 against Algeria. And let's go into the other games. Morocco defeated Cameroon. Did you see it coming? 2-0?
Definitely. I saw a defeat, but I didn't see a goalless defeat from Cameroon. Cameroon have very strong attacking options, but they played a beautiful game again. Like you rightly said, even Samuel Eto'o came there and told the team, please don't cry, You can be sad, of course, because losing is painful to anybody, but we did a fantastic job. We'll be back. And he congratulated the host as well for playing a beautiful game and told them that you are fantastic hosts. We'll see you next time in a different tournament. So, yeah, I think I expected Morocco to win that match. They've been in sensational form. The man Brahim Diaz has been doing an exceptional job. Top scorer in this tournament.
5 games, 5 goals.
He's showing us the quality we saw when he was in AC Milan. So definitely not surprised. All
right, Egypt defeated or knocked out Ivory Coast 3-2. Good news for all Manchester United fans. Amad Diallo will be back. And of course, Brian Mbeumo will also be back. What a fantastic performance from Omar Mamouche and of course Mohamed Salah. We'll be seeing Egypt versus Senegal in the semi-final. Talking about Egypt versus Senegal, the last time they played in the final, it was Senegal all the way. We'll be seeing Mo Salah and of course Sadio Mane once again.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that clash. I'm looking forward to seeing those two previous teammates coming to clash against themselves. I really, first of all, I forgot to highlight the fact that this stage of the competition, we have all African coaches. And that is a fantastic achievement and a beautiful direction to show that the quality of coaches we have now is infinitely increasing and it can only get better.
Any from Nigeria?
It's infinitely increasing and it can only get better because let's just focus on the positives. And I do not disagree with your point, but let's focus on the positives because if we take out the fact that we used to always have foreign coaches in this competition and now at this stage, the teams that are at this stage are all run by African coaches. Kudos to all the national teams and all their federations.
All right, Super Eagles will be playing Morocco on Wednesday, coming 14 January 2025. Who would you like to play in the final? Let's be positive. We always look at the positive side.
Yeah.
Let's assume Nigeria is in final already. Who would you like to play, Egypt or Senegal?
I would prefer to play Egypt. I would prefer Nigeria faces Egypt.
In the final?
Yes.
So we are in the final already. Don't talk about it. All right. I'm just going to see Super Eagles of Nigeria bring this one home.
Against Senegal, Senegal is a much more compact team than Egypt. Egypt have very good attacking options, but compact-wise, in terms of how they structure the team and how defensively tight they are and how good individual players are quality-wise, Senegal has much more better
One thing
options.
they've done so far in this competition is how they force their own pattern on the opponent. That's Senegal. They force you to play what they want to play.
Yes. That's, again, it speaks to the quality of the players. When you have the people, the likes of Idrissa Gueye, you have Sadio Mane, you have Mendy in the goal, you have Jackson, so when you look at the individual quality of those players and all these players are still playing at top levels individually, you now begin to see that, okay, probably this is not a this is not going to be a very, very easy peasy game. I feel like this is my own take. I feel like once we face Senegal, because I know that we are going to beat Morocco.
Okay. I like that. That's the spirit.
We're going to beat Morocco. But what I feel we should do against Senegal is, if we have a fully fit, or at least a very fit Victor Osimhen, if he doesn't make a mistake and get injured in this Morocco match, which I'm praying he doesn't, we should allow him to play who he was in his Napoli season, where he was exceptional, that he was the top scorer. They let him play like a street footballer in that league, because he was attacking balls aggressively. They should let him be the number 9 that he needs to be in that match, because that's the only way you can break out against those kind of defense line. Benjamin Mendy is a fantastic goalkeeper, but he's always caught off guard when you are violently reckless as a player. I've seen that with all the... We shouldn't go into penalties. If we go into penalties, I don't know what will happen.
We have Mwabali. Don't worry.
We shouldn't go into penalties against Senegal. It will not be a good show. But if they let him unleash himself as a street footballer that he can be, we'll have a very fantastic show.
All right, nice one, Ayaman. Thank you for that one. Of course, away from AFCON, let's move straight to Europe. We'll be starting with FA Cup. Manchester United crashed out of the FA Cup with a mid 2-1 home defeat to Brighton on Sunday, 11 January, as Gabriel Martinelli's hat-trick fired Arsenal to a 4-1 win at Portsmouth to reach round 4. No trophy for United this season again. Grimsby knocked them out in the League One Cup. I mean, talking about Carabao Cup, and now they're out in the in the FA Cup.
Well,
they can't win the league on paper.
Never seen them.
They can't win the league on paper.
Well,
so what does they want to win? So they'll be going to
again. We've touched this from the beginning of this season, that this is a rebuild stage for them. It's sad that they let a very good coach.
I was about to say that, a rebuild, and they just fired the coach that was trying to rebuild.
If you say that about them, what will you say about Chelsea? Anyway, so if you now put that in perspective, and I don't know what direction the club owners want to take the team to. Before we know it, we could be having a team that we used to compete at. That's the story. They used to compete, and it shouldn't be for a team like Manchester United. I hope they find a good solution as a coach in the Darren Fletcher. He would have to sit back and stay with a much more experienced coach to be able to handle those players, because they do have some quality in that team. Now, do they have exceptional quality? That's only something that maybe Jose Mourinho can be able to answer, and Cristiano Ronaldo can be able to give some insight on. But right now, they need a very, very solid hand to be able to take that team, not Darren Fletcher.
Not Darren Fletcher. All right, talking about Manchester United, I just hope that the way Man United is going, they will not end up being like a team like Aston Villa that used to be A-list team in the league, Nottingham Forest, Leeds United. These are A-list team when it comes to English Premier League.
Well, I just hope that, like you said, it doesn't happen. I think the number one thing they can do is just to focus on solving the crisis of now.
Are they ready to?
I'm not saying, because they finished 17th last season, 15th last season. Finishing anything less than a top 4 this season, or let's be merciful, top 5 or top 6 would not be a good look on Manchester United.
On paper, I don't see them finishing in top 5 on paper. Because if you take a look at the gap from number 5 to like number 12, on the log table, just like MPFL. You give it that MPFL vibe that once you drop a point, you might from 5 you might go to number 10. That is how that EPL log table is looking like as we speak.
Yes.
And of course, they are not ready to do the basics.
Well, let's wait until we see what the owners do in terms of bringing in there's still about a good number of games, about 15 games more to go, or even more than that. So 15 games can do a lot for the table, especially if you have a good hand, right? A few wins, a few draws, no losses would be a fantastic sight for Manchester United. Tottenham is not really getting on the rope, so they have dropped off. Chelsea, well, I wish them well.
You know where the problem lies now?
Go on.
Is United will be playing City, then after City they'll be playing Arsenal. That's a big problem for my stand. I just hope that they...
It's not a big problem for Arsenal.
For Arsenal, the biggest team in Premier League right now, number 1 on the log table in the UEFA Champions League. Come on, don't talk about it. Let's take a look at all the results. Everton won, Sunderland won, and of course, Sunderland knocked them out via penalty shootout. Newcastle also defeated Bournemouth via penalty shootout after 3-3 draw. Manchester City defeated Exeter City 10-1. And Erling Haaland was not on the score sheet. How come? 10 goals.
Well, I guess they just wanted to well, you're only taking one side. What about the fact that Semenyo was on the...
Let's talk about the number 1 striker on planet when it comes to number 9. That is Erling Haaland. And your team scored 10.
Well, I guess it wasn't just his day. Yeah, let's just put it as that. Every day can be Christmas.
So Manchester United should be... should they be worried? Come on.
I wish them well.
Come on. Of course, what a great performance from Semenyo, scoring 1, of course, assisting in that game to... City 10, Exeter City 1. Burnley 5, Millwall 1. Tottenham lost again. Thomas Frank to Aston. What's the problem of Tottenham, Ironman?
The coach is not understanding the kind of players he is. I believe that he's not a Tottenham coach. I believe he's a Sunderland coach or a Crystal Palace coach.
Okay.
Right? Those kind of teams that we have a limited budget and we are just trying to get towards a certain direction. He's that kind of coach. From what I've seen, right? Because if you have this level of quality, there is no way you give this level of quality to a likes of Jose Mourinho or the likes of Carlo Ancelotti. The quality they have and the options they have in that team is
they
enough.
Have options.
They have enough options to be able to demolish any team in front of them. They will give Manchester City, Manchester United a run for their money.
Of course.
So or even Arsenal, it will be tough if they had a coach like Antonio Conte or the likes of these quality coaches that know how to manage quality players or semi-quality players, because they are not at super world class, but they are very good players as well. Imagine Arsenal having the likes of Richarlison in our goal as a striker. Well,
come on, is a striker.
Having the likes of Paulina, having the likes of Bissouma, having the likes of Bentancur. You know, the creative option that they'd be looking for, if they had put Bentancur there, they would have solved their problem. So they have their defense line, Romero. They have. So by the time you go through the squad and Vicario would have been a very good fight for David Raya if so when you start looking at the options, you see that they have quality in that team that can really, go against any other team. But I don't know what is going on. I wish that Thomas Frank, I don't know. I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. I don't want to be pessimistic, but I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. I think it will be best if at the end of the season they did the same thing they did to Postecoglou to him. Let him just go, because he's not really getting a few kudos. He's there, Xavi Simons. By the time you start thinking of all the... Yeah, you are like, okay, let this man go and relax somewhere. Let somebody who understands, like a Maresca or an Amorim, come into that team. If an Amorim takes charge of that team, I don't think Manchester United would be very pleased to see what will be happening in that squad.
All right. We have to give credit to Unai Emery once again. He also did well against Tottenham. And of course, Liam 5-1 against Charlton. Do you see Liam taking Chelsea to next level? 5 goals to 1.
He has big talk. He has very big talk. I think, again, Rooney speaks very highly of him because they work together at Derby County. I think he can do a good job because that has shown in the French league. But can he win trophies at Chelsea? That's a big question mark. But can he do a sensational job and take them to the top, keep them at that top 4 level that we know Chelsea to be at? Yes, I think he can do that exceptionally.
All right. Portsmouth lost to Arsenal. Martinelli hat-trick. Martinelli is scoring goals this season.
I'm happy for him.
He was scoring goals even more than the Gyökeres, the Saka.
There was a meme I saw of him when he was 21. The people were saying his potential is still there. Now he's almost 30, and people are like, yeah, the potential is still materializing. I believe that he's a good player, but he's a very, very solid option as a backup. But to be starting consistently, I don't think that's what he's about. I think he's like that super sub that you bring in when you know that when things are not clear, he can come in there, change the pace of the game, and give you what you need in your squad. So, but I'm happy for him. I'm happy that he's getting goals this season. And like we rightly said, anybody can score in Arsenal. I think we said that behind the camera. So he's one of those options. Lisandro Trossard too is one of those solid options that they have. It gives good battle between him and Lisandro. So yeah, I'm happy for them. All
right. Other results: Derby lost at home to Leeds United, and of course United lost at home to Brighton and Wolves Albion. Away from the English Premier League and FA Cup, let's move straight to Spain. We'll be talking about the Super Cup. Barcelona retained the Spanish Super Cup with an entertaining 3-2 Clasico win over Real Madrid in Saudi Arabia on Sunday, 11th January 2026. What was really happening? Barca has been dominating Real Madrid for the past 3 seasons now.
Sad to see, very sad to see. This would have been a very, very good trophy for Xabi Alonso, to add to his cabinet. But again, the good things happen sometimes to the best of us. I'm just hoping that this doesn't allow him to derail and he beats himself up and starts making silly mistakes. But now he's cleared some of his cabinet. Some of the players have gone out on loan. The likes of Endrick. So now his options are very limited. So he knows he can focus on some certain players. I hope this will give him the benefit of getting better results. I hope so.
Do you think we can blame this loss to injuries, due to injuries?
I don't think we can blame it on anything. I think mentally they are not yet there. There's been tussle here and there in the squad and in the locker room. So I think yes, it would have been fantastic to have the likes of people like Brahim Diaz in that squad to be able to give an extra boost to the team. But yeah, it happens. They didn't lack quality as such in that team. Real Madrid is a stacked team. It's a stacked team. So hey,
but I feel that Real Madrid job is bigger than Xabi Alonso.
I don't feel so. I think so too. If Carlo was struggling at the end of last season or the season before he left, I think.
But when we talk about options, they have
very limited options.
They have enough options.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about coaching options.
No, I'm talking about Real Madrid's squad.
Yes, yeah. Like we said, like
at some point, Federico Valverde was doing well. You just have to take him off. But why? He was doing fantastically well in that game. I wasn't expecting Mbappe to even play in that match. He was not 100% fit, and Garcia was doing well. Yeah. So why did you take all these guys off? Again. But once again, we can't take anything away from Hansi Flick. Rafinha once again at its best. Come on, I don't know why they always push. Lamine Yamal ahead of Rafinha. Is it not obvious?
Yes, it is. It's obvious, but I don't know. Like we've discussed this again. Again, I'm happy that Rafinha is keeping his head low and not allowing the noise around the environment to get to him. On every stats in the world, people say football is art, football is science. Science-wise, he's proved that he's better. Artistically wise, he's proved that he's better. The world has seen it. If FIFA wants to be blind to it, I guess that's the option. Or if the Spanish media wants to be blind to it, there's nothing I can say. If the Barcelona media wants to be pushing a certain agenda, there's nothing we can really do. I at Enterprise CB7, I'm a big fan of Rafinha. I think I said it here, I think I will even cut that clip and be able to post it on my Twitter, that Rafinha in that team is way better and way more effective than Lamine Yamal in that team. Lamine Yamal is a good player.
100%.
He's a good player,
you, of course.
But you cannot take away. If they bench Lamine Yamal for the next 6-7 games, and Rafinha is fit, they may not feel the impact of Lamine Yamal in that team, especially if
but take away Rafinha.
If they take away Rafinha, then I don't know what I don't know what will be saying. Take Rafinha, even if you put Rafinha and Ferran Torres, not Lewandowski, Ferran Torres, you still get good goals. So the quality is unmatched. It's not something we can discuss outside in the public.
And of course, Rashford won a trophy for United. Come on, don't talk about.
A fantastic addition to that team. Very fantastic addition to them. Especially when Rafinha was down. He played a very, very, very fantastic role. Again, we know his quality. It's not something that is there. He wanted to go there and they accepted him. They created space for him. Because I know they had the likes of Dani Olmo. They have a lot of options too. So, but it worked out for him that he's been having a sensational season. He hasn't been injured. I'm wishing him the best of luck.
Let's see how it goes once again. So sad. Real Madrid, Xabi Alonso had to lose that one to Hansi Flick at once. Let's take a look at La Liga result. Villarreal 3, Alaves 1. Girona 1, Osasuna 0. Valencia 1, Elche 1. Rayo Vallecano 2, Mallorca 1, Levante 1, Espanyol 1, and of course today will be seeing Sevilla. Of course, they will definitely miss Ejuke and Akor Adams in this game. They are doing wonderfully well in Morroco versus Celta Vigo. And of course in Italian Serie A, Como struggled against Bologna, 10-man Bologna, Udinese 2, Pisa 2, and Roma have been doing well this season. I don't know, 2-0. Atalanta 2-0 against Torino, Lecce 1, Parma 2, Fiorentina 1, AC Milan 1, Verona 1, Lazio 1. Let's talk about the biggest game over the weekend. Inter Milan versus Napoli. McTominay, 2 goals in that game against Inter Milan.
Again, we know this boy's quality. I don't think we need to be discussing. Even Serie A last season, when they were asking some of the players who won individual trophies or individual awards, they were asking them, who would you pick? Out of the 11 players that they picked, about 6 of them picked Scott McTominay as the best player that season. So again, if your own counterparts can pick you, that's why I said Napoli can't really go down without a fight, especially if they have the likes of Antonio Conte. He was a fighter till the very end. He believes that something can still change, and the table says so too. So he's not going to put up no fight still. He's going to make sure that he's blood, sweat, and tears till the very end.
And of course, watch out for almighty Juventus today against Cremonese. I don't even talk about. I don't know why Iron Man is laughing, but it's okay. It's okay. It's all right. Whether you like it or not, they are still almighty in Italian Serie A. All right, in Bundesliga, Frankfurt 3, Dortmund 3, Edenham 2, Cologne 2, Bremen versus Hoffenheim was postponed. St. Pauli versus Leipzig was postponed. Leverkusen 1, Stuttgart 4. I was talking about Bayern Munich. 8-1 against Wolfsburg. Vincent Kompany doing well with this team.
Is that a surprise?
I don't want to believe that anybody can go to Bayern Munich and do just like, because this is what we say. We talk about it all the time, that Bayern, they have a good team, they have good structure, something is working for them, anybody can just go there and win. It is not that easy. This man is doing well.
Yes, I
didn't see it coming. Like, I know he's a good coach, I beg your pardon, but up to this level, come on. To this level,
I think he has proven it. And again, he has a good system that they gave him what he wanted. He came in, said, I want this, and they brought those things in, right? There was one that they got for him, and he was like a little bit, didn't really work out because he wanted to leave. Goretzka, he didn't want in the team. He wanted Paulinho. Paulinho came in, it wasn't really working well. Goretzka said, I'm not leaving because I want to fight for my jersey. And then Goretzka became the best option he has ever. Now he's his most dependable soldier. So, but again, they have quality players in that team. We didn't, it wasn't a shocker to everybody. So, but for him to be able to manage that, kudos to him. Can he go and manage Real Madrid? I don't think so. Let him stay.
Can he go and manage Manchester United?
I don't think he can.
Arsenal?
I don't.
Liverpool?
Arsenal? The company Arsenal? I don't think Arsenal is ready for the kind of football he wants to play. I don't think he's ready. They want to play massively counter-attacking football. He wants a solid 9 that's not going to be coming back to be acting as a defender.
Come on, don't talk about.
But Arteta wants everybody to defend and attack at the same time. So, but yeah, again, you have to understand the fact that he can go into some certain teams. I believe that he can go into some certain Premier League. If you say Spurs, I think he'll be a fantastic option for Spurs. I think he'll be a fabulous option for Spurs because they have the same kind of profile of players that Bayern Munich kind sort of have, because they have the Matthias Tels, they have the so those options.
Xavi
Simons, they are, Kudus. They have those wingers that go out with flair, So for Tottenham, fantastic option. If they put him there, I hope the Premier League doesn't wreck him first. But he's a sensational coach, beautiful game, beautiful team.
All right. That is how much we can take on Sport Talk on Enterprise TV 7. If you are here to follow us across all social media, endeavor to do that. We are at Enterprise TV 7 across all social media platforms. Visit our website at www.enterprisetv.com, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Iron Man, anti-Arsenal, has been great on the show today. Whether you like it or not, that's not even in the league this season. Whether you like it or not, has been on the show today.
We'll see what history says and whether history may repeat itself. We're not at the end of January yet. Let's wait and see.
Oh, okay. All right, my name remains John Olasukomi. See you next time.